And driver says they knock about everything in sight and make dreadful noises as they move about. It sounds most frightening. Percy, I think your driver's been watching too much of that telly something, puffed Thomas. Whatever this Poltergeist thing is, it certainly doesn't frighten me. Toby looked over mischievously. That's right, only regular ghosts scare you. Pah, hissed Thomas crossly. Anyways, everyone knows ghosts don't exist. They're just tall tales made up by silly little engines with bad manners. Percy said no more, but winked at Toby. Unfortunately, Percy's talk of poltergeists meant that word about his ghost train joke went round again, much to Thomas's annoyance. Halloween's coming soon, said the station master at 5 o'clock. Careful you don't get frightened by the ghost engine again. Thomas was most indignant. This branch line has a penchant for telling the most unamusing jokes, fumed Thomas to Mavis later that day. That Percy is much too big for his wheels. Quite so, agreed Mavis, who had grown fed up with Percy's rather colourful criticisms of her shunting. Perhaps we should teach him a lesson. Well, whatever it is, it'll have to be a good one, frowned Thomas. It's hard to teach Percy anything with how stubborn he is. Then Thomas overheard some workmen exchanging ghost stories, and the more he listened, the more his frown shifted into a devious smirk. Say, Percy, I think your driver was onto something with that whole poltergeist talk. Percy was puzzled. Oh, really? How so? I heard a workman at the quarry talking about one right here, on my branch line. It haunts our shed at night, slamming the doors shut and knocking over whatever's nearby, and it makes the most horrifying wailing sound. Percy laughed. If you thought you could scare me with that pathetic story, you're stupider than I thought. Oh no, insisted Thomas, it's real. The man sounded quite serious. Well, if it's real, why haven't I seen it before? No one knows who it is, when it comes out, or why, said Thomas. All they know is that sometimes things happen that can't be explained otherwise. Well, whatever this poltergeist is, I'm not scared of it, boasted Percy. We'll see about that. That night, Percy was delayed at the harbour, and he arrived back at the shed late. The other engines were still busy, and he was all alone. Stupid Thomas, muttered Percy, thinking he could scare me with that rubbish poltergeist story. There's no such thing. As if to goad the spirit, he began to moan and groan in a spooky fashion. Where are you, ghosts? Come and get me. I'm not afraid. As if on cue, the shed doors flung open and slammed shut almost instantly. Percy was taken aback. Thomas? He called. No reply came. Then a lantern on a nearby crate toppled over, shattering into pieces. The door slammed shut again, the lights flickered, and a wailing sound filled the air. Percy was starting to feel very frightened. Then he felt someone's hand on his controls. "Who's there?" he demanded. No one replied. Slowly, Percy began to roll out of the shed. "Help!" he cried, but there was nothing he could do. He shut his eyes, not knowing what would come next. Suddenly, Percy swayed, lurched, and stopped. When he opened his eyes, he found that he had come off the points leading out to the branch line. At that moment, Thomas and Mavis arrived. "Percy, what happened?" "You let your driver into me cab and derailed me, that's what!" exclaimed Percy crossly. Thomas was puzzled. driver's right here. We've just come down from the quarry. Then who was at my controls? Percy trailed off, a horrified look of realization on his face. What's wrong, Percy? Asked Mavis. Percy didn't reply, but Thomas understood. In the distance, the shed doors closed with one final slam, and the yard once again fell into total silence.